Well, ladies and gentlemen, we finally have a goddamn series. As the young buck San Antonio Spurs finally get a victory over the New York Knicks 115-111. The Spurs played way more poised this game. They made some adjustments. Coach Mitch Johnson, I'm going to give him his full name because he earned it this time. Coach Mitch Johnson made some adjustments. I got to give him some credit. I'll get into his adjustments in a little bit after I get through the stat sheet and get through some other things that I noticed in the game. That's why it's frustrating that they came into MSG down 0-2 because they've started the game the same way every single game. They've started fast and they started ahead. But the trend that's happened in those previous games, as far as them starting fast, also the trend of the Knicks coming back ferociously, making them runs. The Knicks, it's the same thing. The young Spurs start fast. The more experienced Knicks make their heroic run usually during the end of the second quarter. And that's exactly what happened in this game. The Spurs were definitely in control, up double digits in the first quarter, and then boom, the lights, the lights flip, and then the Knicks take control of the game in the second quarter. I think they outscored them by 18 points in the second quarter, which brought them into halftime, had them up 7 points. I can't stand Knicks fans, man. Not all of them, but there's a good amount of them that just feel entitled, like they feel like they should win every goddamn game. Are you really going to talk about the officiating? Really? No, you can't have it that way. You can't have it both ways, man. You can't have magical lucky shit, hitting lucky shots and getting calls and all of this stuff 1 minute. And then in the next minute, when the lucky shots aren't falling and during the times you need them to fall, and then if you're not getting the calls because you're not aggressive, you gotta blame the officials? Come on, man. Bottom line is this. The young Spurs made less turnovers this game. Enough of this. Enough of me talking. Let's pull up the goddamn stats so you guys can get a sense of what the hell I'm talking about with the goddamn Spurs and the team and how things actually went, right? As you can see here, turnovers. And then, as you can see, the Knicks had an edge in rebounding. They had 46 rebounds. They out-rebounded the Spurs because the Spurs played small for most of the game. That was one of the adjustments that I did appreciate by Mitch Johnson. So they out-rebounded the Spurs 46-37, and those rebounds, most of those rebounds were offensive rebounds. So the Knicks had 12 offensive rebounds compared to the Spurs' 6. So you know what that says? They had second chance opportunities. They had a bunch of them. They just couldn't cash any of them because they were getting their asses locked up. It's okay. The Spurs is one of the top defensive teams in the league. It's what I thought would have brought them into winning the championship. Ultimately, is their defense, their guard play, and their defensive guard play. That's what I thought ultimately would win the series for them. So it showing up today was no surprise because these guys are that goddamn talented. So that's what it really came down to. You talk about free throws, the free throw edge, right? Let's go to the free throws. Now, I'm going to look at the Knicks here. Now, they had 10 less free throws in this game, right? 10 less free throws. But if you look at it really, the main guys who actually were aggressive in the game, who actually made a difference in the game, who actually scoring in the goddamn game, they had their free throws. Look, OG Anunoby, 28 points, 9 free throws. Your boy Jalen Brunson, 32 freaking points. How many free throws? He had 8. So OG had 9 and he had 8 free throws. But they scored. They were aggressive. They were attacking the basket. So they got rewarded with free throws. I don't understand what the hubbub is about. Let's go to the Spurs. Look, the aggressive guys got paid and they got to the line. Wemby, 32 points. He was aggressive all night. What he had? 9 free throws. Same as OG Anunoby. OG had the same free throws. Brunson had 8. Like, stop fucking complaining. You lost. Period. That's it. Like, the Spurs finally showed up and did what they had to do. They finally didn't succumb in the clutch time, like they have been in the last 2 games. Like, I had to think about it. I was really hard on these Spurs. I had to think about it. I was really hard on the Spurs when I said what I said, like, the series is over and this, that, and the third. And it still very much might be over talking about the series, but I kind of gave up a little too early. And I thought about it after they won last night, and I said to myself, as bad as things kind of have been for the Spurs down the stretch, they've been in every single game. They've made mistake after mistake, and they've still been in all of these games. So eventually they were going to figure out something and win one of these games. So that's why I don't understand why the fans are so goddamn upset. Like, what are you upset about? You just got outplayed. That's it. I'll play this clip from Charles Barkley and the Inside the NBA crew, and is talking more about the officiating. And they saying the same thing that I basically said. Like, bro, don't blame the officiating. You lost. You just got outplayed. So let's hear what the Inside the NBA guys had to say, because they were right on the head, hit the head, nail right on the head with the real reason why they lost.
25 for 32, 18 for 22. When you hear what he had to say, you see the point he's making, especially talking about how many free throw attempts in a half. Well, he should stop that we didn't play well. You can't go back, or they played for San Antonio. We can, or you can say, but he just told they did not play well enough to win the game. The Spurs outplayed them tonight. Listen, referees gonna miss some calls. That happens. But I didn't officially not lose this game. Mike Brown, I don't know but that he said it first. We did not play well. Yeah, we got more free throws. Of course, it's going to make it. Well, it was a bad call here that. But the bottom line was he should have stopped that. We did not play well enough to win it. And that's why he lost, not the free throw. And 28 points on turnovers, 21-7 in favor of San Antonio. When I was good enough to lead my team to the finals, one time I had a bad game, and Phil Jackson said, "What's wrong?" I said, "I didn't get no calls." He put his hand on my shoulder and said, "Real champions don't complain." And he walked off. Mike Brown knows better. He's one with the Warriors. He knows what it takes to win the championship. I agree with you. He didn't play well. He should have played better at home. Everybody's expecting, the blowout. And we're here in New York. Everybody's celebrating. He should have stopped he didn't play well. Real champions do not complain. Sorry, Jim.
No, all good. I'm sorry. I love Mike Brown as well. The referees usually side with the more aggressive team. Victor Wembanyama started the game. 3 of their first 4 possessions. All series long, when Victor Wembanyama has rolled, it's been like bumper cars. He's getting me tag right here. He gets another tag. Now he gets 5 or 6 lobs today. So I blame the Knicks for that. If you're aggressive, if you're not letting him roll to the rim, then they're not penetrating to get to the basket, and they're not getting more foul calls.
Perfectly said, Draymond. Perfectly goddamn said. Perfectly said. Perfectly said. It's exactly what I just said. You got to be aggressive. We've seen this movie a million times. If you watch the NBA and you're a real avid fan like I am, that's how these teams get rewarded. The more aggressive team gets rewarded usually. The team that is, trying to get to the basket. And that happened to the Spurs tonight. The Spurs were just a more aggressive team. Their best player started that. And then the rest of the team followed along. That's all it was. It was just a bad game for the Knicks. They just didn't luck out this time. They didn't have the clutch shot this time, Now, it's a series at least. We still got to see what's going to happen in Game 4. The Knicks, I think, have a little pressure now on them to win one of these games and go up 3-1. Because in the end, bro, it'll be kind of crazy to lose Game 4 and then go back to San Antonio tied 2-2. Like, I can definitely see a world where the Spurs win Game 4 and then win Game 5 and be up 3-2. And then the Knicks, ultimately winning Game 6, and then we go into a Game 7. We still got a pathway to Game 7. That's the pathway, in my opinion. Is it going to happen? I still don't know. I can't sit here and lie to you and say that the Spurs can do this. But is it possible? Yes, it is. So, great game altogether, man. I don't think the officiating had anything to do with the outcome. Nowhere near what we've seen in the past couple series. This was just two gladiators going at it, and then the younger team finally getting the best of the older team. That's it. I hope the Spurs. Oh, let's talk about Mitch's adjustments. Damn it, I almost forgot. And I think a lot of their downfall is self-inflicted wounds, and some of those wounds are coming from the coaching staff. Let's just be real. But in this game, he did make some adjustments. He made some pretty decent adjustments, I would say. He basically made the decision, hey, I'm going to play small. I'm going to play small. Let's go back to the stat sheet here. I want to go back to the stat sheet because it's important to see the minutes that were played on the Spurs side. And this is some of the things that I was just going crazy and almost pulling my hair out about when it came to how he was rotating his players. And how and who he was giving minutes to and how long those players were playing. It was driving me crazy. But in this game, he corrected majority of all my complaints. He did. I mean, I know I'm just a small minnow in the world. I know it wasn't like he listened to me directly, but I know a lot of people had the same feelings that I had. And this guy pretty much did a great job, bro. Like he did what he had to do. He played the players that needed to play. And like, look, Luke Cornett, perfect example. I get on him sometime. Luke Cornett only played 9 minutes. And guess who didn't play? Guess who didn't play? And I'm really happy that he didn't play. Harrison Barnes. Remember that guy? Yeah. He didn't make an appearance at all in this game. Great. It don't make any sense. And this is what I said in a previous video about Harrison Barnes. You can check it out on the page, on the channel. I said it then. I said, why is Harrison Barnes playing minutes? He's just eating minutes up because he's not doing anything. He is done. He can't play defense like he used to. He's lost not just a step, a couple steps. He can't hit open threes anymore in the corner. Those are the easy ones to hit. And, so you're not getting anything from him. So the fact that you didn't play him at all reaped some great results. It just reaped the results you needed. Look, the right people played the right minutes. De'Aaron Fox played 37 minutes. Castle played 38. Dylan Harper played 32 minutes. So he played 5 less minutes than De'Aaron Fox. You get what I'm saying? Whereas in the other game, he played 10 minutes less. So he made great adjustments. Just on the minutes, he made great adjustments. Wemby only played 39 minutes. So he had Wemby under 40 minutes. Yo, give it up to Coach Johnson, man. I'm saying it. Calling him by his, giving him the respect he deserves, man. He did a great job with his substitutions and how he divvied out the minutes. He tried the young kid, Carter Bryant. He was running around, running into people, losing his mind, and he only gave him 4 minutes. He said, all right, you got to go sit down. But he did great. I like this. More of this, Coach. More of this.